So I bring this game up, and this is the first thing that I see. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Sounds like my kind of game. It's, I don't know what to think of it just offhand. I mean, yeah, it looks innocent, but yeah, I'm coming off of from playing Moe Era, so I'm pretty sure that's going to take some turns that I'm not going to see coming right off the bat. Kind of like how with Moe Era, it turns out that the girls that you're interested in are actually goddesses. It's like, huh? That threw me for a loop. But yeah, I don't know what to expect from this one. Let's just get right here then. Okay. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit ddlc.mo/warning.html. Mo. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Sure. Alright. Team stuff. Let's see what you got for me there. Okay. Yeah, let's just jump right into the game. Please enter your name. Let's see. How about Flammy? I've had some friends back on World of Warcraft who, like when I had my druid named after my my YouTube channel, they would call me Flammy sometimes. So, I guess Flammy it is. Let's do it. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. The kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe. I decided to stop away from your boy Flammy. Because I decided to stop and wait for you. You said like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me, Flam. Well, people stare at you for acting weird. I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to me if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, alright, I'm gonna have to learn to get over, do my best to try to not laugh every time I have to say Flammy in the text. By the way, Flammy, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs this year. I haven't been looking either. I don't like clubs. Clubs are just bleh. No, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a yeet in a few years because you still roll. Is that going to be the new yeet? Just you trust me, right? Don't let me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that much. But that's it. I will just promise to try. Nothing else. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice to start with the anime club. Yeah, an anime club, that's probably the route I would take too. Shocker. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized I'm the only one left in the classroom. How embarrassing. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Yeah. You have no idea how accurate that is, actually. That's pretty much how I was back in school. I would always just kind of stare at the clock, just... You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, You know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I am going to your club. Me. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. I love anime. Anime is life. Anime is big. Anime is future. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. You know what happens every time you do that? I always have to clean up after the mess that you start. And I can't keep doing that. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I've done worse. I once I got nothing. That's probably the best I can get right there. I drew a blank just right out of the gate with that one. I'll edit that out. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I haven't decided on this yet. Yeah? Rats are in the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Wow. There's anime girls, and then there's just stereotype anime girls. This is stereotype. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I wish I could say the same. Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Okay, not as stereotype, but the pink hair just... Wow. What a nice surprise. Oh. So we got two stereotype anime girls and the stereotype perfect girl. I'm calling that right now. She's gonna be the perfect girl. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably in first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. It's so embarrassing, even though it's my pride and joy. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! Okay, alien from another world, your green eyes, don't fool me. It's great to see you again, Flammy. Whoa! Did that not hurt your back? When you just posed like that? Just so sporadically. Did that not hurt your back? No? Okay. Monica smells sweetly. We do know each other? Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Like most girls back in high school were for me. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Flammy. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Is this a choice again? I'm gonna save it here. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls had a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sarah mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat and oh, okay. Okay, I guess I have to make a choice there. Honestly, between Sayori and Monica, I have no idea which way I would have gone. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aww, they're cute! Those who are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! What? Wow, wow. Do not steal my spotlight, Sayori. I will kill you. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. What about Yuri? Doesn't she get one? Oh, I guess she must be still getting the tea. It's delicious. Sarah talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Just bite my teeth right into that cat's eyes. Nice, sweet taste of chocolate. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki! Why are you thanking me? It's not like have I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, "Whoa, baby! but not for, you know, you, dummy. Okay, so this is the tough girl. You know, the girl likes to put up the tough front, but it's also on the inside just an adorable cutie. I can just tell by her body language, the way she talks. I call that right now. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep hold of tea set in the classroom? That's really impressive. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. Usually, silence helps me to enjoy a good book. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Cupcakes. Cupcakes. That's what made me consider the literature club. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so I thought I would follow her and, you know, stalk her and stuff, and, you know, see that she's continuously happy, and she just pushed me into the doorway, told me there were cupcakes. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? That pose is just uncomfortable. I mean, just seeing the way her skirt flows upwardly and her hair swooshes back, and even that goes down into her curve. It's like, what is with this girl? I think she is an alien. Is she an alien? Comment section? Help me out with this. I don't know. Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Not surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best! You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. I will raise my cupcake, my half-been, mostly gone cupcake, in agreement. 2 cupcakes. I mean, the literature club. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to get these 3. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. But I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Flammy, what kind of things do you like to read? Mysteries. My favorite author is Margaret Truman. She knows how to really make some good atmosphere around DC murder mysteries. You know, they all seem political based, but then it just throws you for a non-related twist at the end of it. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, just seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri twisted the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up, as she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? So she's into those, really deep, poetic kind of things. Really passionate kind of person. And, her look just kind of matches that. Yeah, her stereotype just keeps getting bigger and bigger, much like her boobs just get bigger and bigger. I'm sorry. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. It was called It. I read the first few pages and got bored. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Look, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Yeah, I got it. She's the cute stereotype. Let's see. Cute stereotype. Deep stereotype. Perfect stereotype. Look, what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Wow. I've known quite a few girls a lot like that who try to put up a tough front when they try so hard at that they just end up looking adorable when they do it. I've known girls like that, and I've even dated one back in high school. So yeah, this is pretty much just reminiscent of that. Sometimes I'm gonna like Natsuki. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Hey, that's impressive. Why don't you try them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities by showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You need to be able to show them your brain. You need to be able to open really wide. Open up your mouth where I shove a camera down inside you. Your innermost self. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, here's my lean. I think my back is shattered in 5 different places. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. What's up, go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Yep. Is that right, Flammy? Yes, very much so. Very much. I'm all for this. Let's do it. Poems. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I boldly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you just want to say straight out to them you had no interest in joining this club? You're gonna die if you do that. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Flam! You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. If it'll make you girls happy, and as long as Natsuki brings more of these delicious, sugary, flaky cupcakes. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Saya wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Well, there's your 6th and 7th broken bone, and that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Flammy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Flammy! Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! I thought that too good. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yori, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. So far, the one I seem to be gravitating toward is Natsuki. But that's, yeah. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, okay. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Anime. Nature. Pickle. Sticky! Sugar. Kitty. Cheer. Sweet. Poof. Laugh. Pink. Color. Vanilla. Cute. Sparkle! Sunny! Nah. Boop! Jump! Socks! Just go through a bunch of random words. Hi again, Flammy. Was that a poem? I don't think it rhymed. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Flammy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like you deserve any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Flammy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Indeed. Very. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Ooh. The jealous type, huh? How come? You and Flammy can become good friends too. Sayori? Huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? A kitty cat on my shoulder. See? Look how cute he is. Very cute. Well, wait, Sayori? Me? Moi? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? I'm curious. Never mind. Give it to me. Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess I made this up to me the rest of the situation. Give me the present. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Give me the present. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this maybe. I mean, it's not Margaret Truman. At least I don't think it is. But I will definitely read this. Sometime. After it collects dust for years and years. I will read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Like I said, it will collect dust for years and years, and then I will finally sit down and read it when my legs are useless and I have nothing better to do. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? How am I predicting this? I see. There's a long volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the sides of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki rips it out of my hand and gives me a glare like, how dare you grab my book? She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a close look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. It probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I have a tone. I'll tell you one thing, Flammy. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I trip over my own feet and fall backwards, hitting my head on a desk, falling unconscious and into a coma. I wake up in the classroom 5 years later. No one else is there anymore. The school has burned to the ground, and the apocalypse has started. Nothing else matters anymore. I still have the book. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated, feminine poses. Did it? Wasn't that the cover screen for this game? Wasn't the title screen for this game 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses? It's exceedingly meh. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Yeah? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! Don't make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. We almost had a catastrophe. Get it? Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Yeah, one anime slash manga I enjoy a lot is Detective Conan slash Case Closed. Lot of plot for that one. I honestly urge everyone watching to go check that out. There's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. Ooh. So that just helps you to get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Ooh. Like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. So, there are so many touching parts. Is that so? Get out of the gutter. Get out of the gutter. I have touching parts too. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power yet. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah? Why does that matter? It doesn't, I'm just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Sure, Natsuki. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good, so who am I to judge? Aw, that's too cute. That's too cute. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. It's kind of creepy, but if you say so, you can keep watching me read while I continue to read your cutesy little manga. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You know? Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. I gotta get my friends to read this. I just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up with them without being, you still haven't grown out of that yet? You still watch manga? You still watch anime? How dare you not grow out of that? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. We're just a bunch of losers in this club, aren't we? Just a bunch of libby losers. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement, the stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that for Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile to myself a little bit. Okay, everyone! Are you all ready with today's poems? You've heard not skipped out. Let's go ahead and stage. Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry, there goes 3 more bones. No one naturally can just bend their back like that so spontaneously and instantly. Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I said that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It'll take forever for you to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bad, I'll kill you. I'll come over to your house with a knife. I'll slit your throat open. By tomorrow, I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Probably that one. Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, it's just a bunch of jumbled words and I just threw it together. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spinal notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay. I think, I'm starting, my throat's starting to get a little tired from all the talking. So, I think I call it there for tonight. But, so far, not saying anything. You know, nothing's come of this yet, so I don't know. But if something does happen, I don't want to know. So no spoilers, okay? Okay, chat? I don't want any spoilers. But thank you all so much for watching. This has been Doki Doki Literature Club. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and let me know what you think of this. If you also want to write a poem, go for it. And I'll catch you all next time. Have a good night.